This is your fifth DWI, man.
राइट ऑफ द बैट जज बिल्कुल सीधा सवाल करता है, क्या पैसा इंसाफ को बदल देता है? ये सिर्फ एक केस नहीं बल्कि सिस्टम पर सवाल है। आप क्या सोचते हो, क्या अमीर लोगों को अलग ट्रीट किया जाता है?
You're saying it's not. So you have money, then you can avoid being held responsible? Why do the rich people get treated differently? I thought that we were all treated fairly under the law. All right. This is class number 25, CR441. You are Tammy Dunaway Jadis. Correct. Excuse me. And you were with Mr. Adams, your attorney, and the state's attorney. Earlier you pleaded guilty to operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, but this is a third-degree felony because you pleaded true to the second paragraph, which included allegations of 4 prior.
अब केस सीरियस हो जाता है। ये सिर्फ एक DWI नहीं, ये रिपीट पैटर्न है। लॉ के अंदर जितनी ज्यादा प्रीवियस कन्विक्शंस होती हैं, उतनी ही सख्त सजा होती है। सवाल यह है, यहाँ पनिशमेंट सुधार के लिए है या सोसाइटी को बचाने के लिए?
DWI convictions dating back to 2007, and paragraphs 1 and 2 constitute a third-degree felony, so you were facing up to 10 years in prison. The agreement is whatever sentence shall not exceed a cap of 6 years in prison, so you're looking at no less than 2 nor more than 6 years in prison. And you could be convicted, sentenced to up to 6 years in prison. That could be suspended and you could be placed on probation. And deferred or unadjudicated probation is
On what case?
DWI thirds not allowed. So it's a conviction.
Deferred, yeah.
Sir?
You can't do deferred, I don't think.
No, that's disallowed for driving while intoxicated cases. So that's what we are looking at. A pre-sentence report has been prepared. Have the parties had an opportunity to review it, and are there any corrections or changes to it?
I've reviewed it. I don't have any objections, but I mean,
ये मोमेंट काफी पावरफुल है। डिफेंस सिंपैथी क्रिएट कर रहा है मेडिकल कंडीशन दिखाकर, लेकिन जज ने तुरंत एंगल चेंज कर दिया। अगर कोई फिजिकली वीक है तो क्या ड्राइविंग और ज्यादा डेंजरस नहीं हो जाती? आपका क्या ओपिनियन है?
this, I wanted to add something to it. I brought this to the probation officer 2 weeks ago, which was a week ahead of the hearing, the first hearing. This was supposed to be heard last Friday, and I brought it 2 Fridays ago, and somehow it didn't get into it, but it's just medical proof that she has a pretty serious osteoporosis, weakness of the brittleness of the bone. She's broken her hip. She's been on a walker. It'll probably be the rest of her life.
But yet she can still drive a 4,000-pound missile.
Evidently, yes. But I said,
I haven't been able to, sir, at all.
Since when? Well, we know in October 2023 you were.
No, I mean,
That's when you were caught
Yes.
in the DWI.
but I have not driven since when I had my accident, December
of 2025, or 2024.
or 2023, same year.
No, that's not the real problem. The problem is this is your 5th DWI that we know about. 4th. No, man, you got 4 prior convictions. In May 31st, 2007, County Court of Law 3 of Jefferson County, you were convicted to operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. After that, on August 27th, 2008, which would be a little over a year later, in County Court of Law 3, another operating a motor vehicle in a public place while intoxicated. Then a little over 4 years later, on December 3rd, 2012, you picked up 2 cases. You were convicted of 2 cases in cause number 907764 and 12-0 15124 out of the 252nd District Court next door. Those were two separate DWIs.
Yeah, she was,
That were handled in the same proceeding, but this is your fifth DWI.
yeah, the fourth one, Your Honor, was used to revoke her probation on the third. And that's why they were both the same day.
I thought that's still bad.
Yeah,
But here's the problem this is the problem. She's standing there,
yeah,
but is not appearing coherent. I know more about her criminal history than she does. This is your fifth DWI, ma'am. You're saying it's not. We've got to resolve that first. You should know more about your life than I should ever.
Right.
But why are you saying this is your...
I didn't think it was, sir. That's God's truth.
Well, I think there's some mental problems here.
Or
I think there's some mental problems here. I mean, what's the state say? Do we have 4 separate prior convictions of DWI?
Yes, Judge, we do.
okay.
You want me to show them to you?
No, believe me.
But I shouldn't have to be trying to convince you. This is your life.
well,
You should be more intimately familiar with your mistakes than me.
I know how many times I got arrested.
Ma'am?
I know how many times I got arrested. Arrested.
That's not a conviction. Being arrested, that's probable cause that you might have done something wrong, but you're presumed innocent unless you're found guilty. That's what's important for convictions. It's not a good deal to be arrested for whatever reason. That needs to be fixed, but until you're found guilty, or unless you're found guilty, we're not talking about any other arrests. We're talking about convictions here in this.
Okay.
And that's what sentencing is all based upon, criminal history of convictions and the circumstances of this crime. And it's DWIs that's your only criminal history, but you got, what's that? This last time they gave you a break on your third, you were given a break, you were placed on probation, and then that was revoked with another DWI. And then you were sentenced to 5 years in prison, right?
Correct.
Okay. But you understand the way things happen is when you commit further or subsequent criminal behavior in the same subject matter, the penalties go up. You don't get less punishment for subsequent behavior of the same type. Do you understand?
All right.
All right. I just wish you'd make the right decision when you get into a 4,000-pound missile. It does terrible tissue damage when it hits humans in collisions.
Yes, sir.
We have this every day. We have to deal with tragedies in this room on misuse of motor vehicles. I'm looking at what was presented. I guess, Frank, you presented this from Diagnostic Health.
yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
And I gave it didn't get in our report, but I brought it to her 2 weeks ago, which is a week ahead of when we were supposed to be here the first time. But it's showing that she does have a pretty serious osteoporosis, or she's had a broken hip and what else?
Broken back, broken shoulder, and broken knee.
And she doesn't walk hardly anywhere except her home. She doesn't go to the grocery store or anything like that. And she'd even be willing to, but she, even going to probation would be difficult, and she doesn't want probation. What she'd like, Your Honor, and I know it's kind of unusual, is 2 years jail time, and she'd pay a $5,000 fine, and you could even have safe fee. She's never gone to drug treatment or anything ever.